Hi and welcome to an episode of Soof with me, Sophia. In this episode I wanted to talk about zines and show you how to make your own zine in terms of just folding it. So if you don't know what a zine is, zines are sort of like DIY publications. They can be any size, any format, they can be made by one person or by many. I guess what separates a zine from a magazine is that magazines are often quite high-end, plush finished, whereas zines are a bit more handmade, a bit more DIY, and more importantly, zines are a culture. So I really recommend Googling zines and kind of doing a little bit more research around that if you're really interested in them. I'm just going to show you a couple of quick examples of some zines I've made. These are all made in the same kind of way, where they just take a single sheet of paper. If I show you here, it's all just one sheet with a cut in the middle, and it's folded to make this. I really love this format because it's super quick to photocopy. You can make multiple copies quite easily. It's quite accessible in that way. You only really need a piece of paper and a pen to kind of get started. So this is a great starting point if you've not really been or have experience with zines. So this one's a really cute one about loneliness and moments of kind of feeling lonely. There's no text, it's just pure imagery and pure type. And notice on this one, as well as this one, you've got this really bright, punchy neon pink. That comes from a printing technique called using risograph. So a risograph is sort of like a photocopier. And you put in these drums of inks, and these drums of ink come in like really beautiful fluorescent colours, and you only sort of print one colour at a time, so you kind of get this overlay effect. I really love it. It's really economical, it's environmentally friendly because the inks are kind of made of soy, and you can print off a batch in a go, so they're great for printing zines. I really recommend looking into risograph or risograph depending on how you pronounce it. R-I-S-O and then graph, if you're kind of into that. This is also on the risograph, but notice how when two colours overlap, the kind of different tones and textures you get. This is a little zine about wishes, so things that I wish for. I wish for a plant that doesn't die. I wish I was in a band, but I don't have any musical talent. I wish I was really good at running. I think I'm not going to do anything about that, I just wish I was just good at running one day. So zines can be really fun and really playful and about almost any subject that you can imagine. So I'm just going to show you how to fold a zine like this. If you want a zine this size, you're going to need to use an A4 sheet of paper. The bigger the sheet of paper that you start off with, the bigger surface area you're going to have to draw with your final zine. Be really experimental and try lots of different sizes. I've made zines like this big, and I've made zines like this big using this same folding technique. So you're going to want to get a sheet of paper. My sheet of paper here is a little bit smaller than A4, a little bit bigger than A5. It's like an in-between size, but you can use any page. The process is still the same. So you want to fold it in half, corner to corner, edge to edge. Open it up, fold it in half lengthways, corner to corner, edge to edge. And I'm just using the back of my nail to get a nice crisp crease. You could also use, there's a tool called a bone folder to get really sharp creases. I recommend investing in one of those if you do a lot of bookbinding. Now you want to fold to that centre point on this edge. If you don't have a bone folder, you could quite easily use, if you've got like a bank card, an Oyster card, any sort of blunt, sharp, straight edge you can use to get those creases. You want to fold this to the centre. And now you've got, if you open it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. That's what you're kind of after. So open it all up, fold it in half, like a book. Now you notice here, this is the folded edge, and I want you to cut from that folded edge to that centre point. So from the folded edge to the centre point. Don't be afraid to pause this video and go back and follow along slowly. So I've just got my pair of scissors and I've cut this folded edge. You could also use a craft knife as well. Now you want to open it up and you should have something that looks like this. Now this is maybe the tricky bit, so this is where it gets a little bit fiddly. Fold it in half lengthways, take your hands like this and hold it from the top like this, so notice how my hands are. You can try it another way, but I find if I hold my hands like this, it almost always works. And bring these two bits together, fold this round, and then fold this round, and that's it. And it should have folded like this. You then might want to take your straight edge and just crisp up those edges again so it folds. I'll go over that one more time because that bit can sometimes be a bit fiddly. I run a lot of these workshops and it's always the bit after the cut that everyone gets stuck on. You want to fold it lengthways, hold it from the top, push together, and then you get this sort of X star shape. Pull that round, close it into a book. And that's it. That's your basic sort of page for a zine. Now what you want to kind of put in here is up to you. So you could fill it all up with lots of stuff. If you're not sure for ideas, I like to start off by thinking about a feeling, any feeling. So maybe today's feeling might be, trying to think what am I feeling today. Today I'm feeling quite inspired, so I might make a zine of inspiration. So I'd call it Soof's Inspiration Zine and fill this entire zine up with tons of things that inspire me. So nice stationery, a good video, food always inspires me. You could draw, illustrate, do whatever you like, but this is essentially your basic zine fold that you can just sort of take from there. So that's it. That's your beginner's guide to folding a zine. Your Soof box challenge for today would be to fold this zine and fill it all up, and then please do share with me. I'm on Instagram at Sophia and on Twitter at Sophia, and there's a C on the end of that. So yeah, let me know how you get on making a zine and getting started with that.